Greetings, YouTube, and welcome, my fellow offensive viewers. I have my offensive Jews, obviously, and this is in partner with our other channel, Thinking Forward, which I believe this is what I've uploaded it to. Anyway, as you can see, my partner in crime is not here. However, what I'll be doing today is, what I've done here is I have acquired some free pine. Okay, let's face it, there were pallets out behind the Harbor Freight. When I was looking through their dumpster, I decided, hey, maybe I could do something with this. So what I'm doing is removing nailage. I've done some already. And I'm going to try and make a double pine bench. So, anyway, let's just see. I've never done one of these before, but I'm pretty handy. Obviously, I work on cars, I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician, I do everything. So, let's see. So, these are just little tiny nails, but, obviously I'm going to use a 32-ounce framing hammer for this because, why not, right? There we go. Just back the nails out. There we go. Flip her over. And just, kind of pop them out. There you go. I've got a nice little pile started here, as we don't want these going in anybody's tireage. As you can see, tires on the General Motors series trucks are not cheap. In fact, I just bought one there myself, so yeah, a set of tires for that is like $850, and that's for the cheap ones. So yeah, always be mindful of your nails. Put them in a pile, one by one. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Get one little nail, that 3 extra seconds could cost you, like I said, $850 for tires for a friggin' Yukon Denali or whatever the hell that thing is I bought. Okay. Now, of course, when you're working with quality lumber, you gotta get the quality tools. As you can see, I stick with my good old Hitachi. I've got my battery powered circular saw. Of course, I've renamed it the electric katana because, hi-ya Tachi or Slice-O-Matic, whatever I must have gotten drunk. Okay, here we go. And then, of course, I got my chargers, I got my Hitachi. I use it at work, it's like I'll beat the hell. I got several impact and regular rotaries. I got my Harbor Freight special, and of course vintage Ryobi. Oh yes, you can't find these anymore. Oh yeah. Why won't this focus? There it goes. Fantastic. Of course, they get lost at work, but I've had this set for eons, clearly. And my 5-second emergency purchase because I needed a tape, so I bought a Cobalt. Of course, that'll go in the trash when I get a decent tape. And my this one's Metabo. Of course, I bought this out of desperation as well because I needed a quick saw, and it's got that safety crap all over it. You gotta mash 6 buttons before you do your thing. She's a decent quality item, practically brand new. Now here's my old one I usually use. My good old Delta. This thing is, this thing's probably almost as old as I am. Not really. It's probably 1990s or something. Yeah. So there's that. There's my 450 work lights, yes. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not at home. I'm visiting my storage slash mother's house. Yeah, hell, you could actually live out here. There's a fridge, there's that. Yeah, I got all my garbage, well, it's not garbage, it's tools that, you know. If you're wondering what I do for a living, clearly I do everything for a living, as you can see. That's not me, that belongs to my dad, I think. Yeah, that's, oh my god, what a mess. Yeah, my stuff's looking like a mess, too. Oh, those aren't my, anyway, yes. So, yeah, Hitachi or Metabo products, for me, they seem to last the longest. These batteries I'm using on these machines, only one of them, I've got like 15 batteries, and only one of them has died, like ceased to charge so far, and these are pretty close to about 10 years old now, and I use the hell out of these things at work. Yeah, you know, obviously I work for a private contractor. I have for many, many, many years, and he's an interesting guy. He's got 6 projects going on at once, driving to 3 different jobs every day. You know, doing, you know, just framing, plumbing, electrical, concrete work. I'm also a mason. I do decorative and functional masonry. But yeah, that's, so, oh yeah, clearly that's a rail saw. Over there's just a traditional wet saw. And in my truck I have a really nice rigid tub saw I use. It's very nice. But yeah, so rigid, Hitachi, Metabo, probably, in my opinion, the best. Not the cheapest, but the best. In fact, none of it's cheap. You're not gonna get a $59.99 Harbor Freight special price with any of this crap. This is, you know, a set of drills. Those are the 18 volt. Those probably run you, you know, a few $100 for a set. Even a little saw, I think, was $200 for the little tiny saw. But you know, they last forever and ever. And hell, this is a brush series. Huh. So, if it ever quits working, that's where you start looking for the problem. Oh yeah, and she's adjustable. Oh yeah, see, it's like butter. You get them as dirty as you want, and it's like butter still. That's why I spend the extra money and get a decent product and not go and buy DeWalt or Craftsman or any of that garbage. But yeah, that's that. So I'm about to get into it. I've got to do some measurements, build some framework, and then attach my slats, and I should have a bench. So yeah. Oh shit. I think I fast forwarded too far. It's already done. Let me rewind back to when it was just pieces of wood. Whoa! Huh. Oh, I had a bit of a time slip there. Hopefully I rewound far enough. Oh yes, I did rewind far enough. See, okay, here's the shit not put together yet. Good. Alright, well, let's build it again. Okay, so before, what I was saying about the Hitachi products, or Metabo, or whatever they are now, in this case, I'm going to use my knee for this one, but there's two 2x4s together, and I'm going to go through them like butter. It just, there's no comparison. If you were to try that with a D-Walls or some crappy Walmart brand or Lowe's brand, it's just gonna, and look at how clean that is. You can't get any better than that. Okay, so what we have here, I'm starting to assemble the framework. This is the bottom. I'm gonna, because of the way it got cut, I'm gonna call that the rear leg. Okay. I'm building the framework. This will be the front of the bench. This will be where the slats go across, where you park your big fat white American ass. So yeah. Let me get this screw parked in here. Speaking of parking things. Oh boy, let's get our good old Hitachi. Alrighty. Yeah, let's see. Perfect. Nice recess. Nobody get caught on that. Alright. I'll call that a success. Okay, so far this is what I've got. I've got my framework done here. She's got a little bit of an error as far as leveling goes, but it's nothing I can't fix. I know exactly what it is. Ouch. This leg here needs probably about a 32nd to maybe a 1/16 of an inch taken off of it, which I can do with my, Hitachi electric katana. Absolutely. Another thing that I can't stress enough is when you're working with this cheap, crappy Florida pine, the importance of drilling pilot holes for your screw, See, because if you don't, what happens is, because the grains are so brittle, is when you go to drive your screw-inator through it, you'll split it. Always, every time. Oh, well, there went my drill bit. Let me see if I can get another one started with... Okay, I got it started. So, then basically we just go around and poke our screws in the little holes. I like to do one per slat is probably sufficient if you're on a budget, but obviously I'm not. I mean, but yeah, it is, I do this for fun. Some people do it because they have to, but there's my... Oh, I need to charge the battery. I think she's not going as fast as she was. And it's nice to drive her a little hard so that you recess the screw-inators. The corkscrew fastening units, so that you don't get your ass caught on it or something. Yeah, I need to recess that a touch further. These are a variable speed. If you touch the trigger, they go slower. So, oh, I think I just stripped it, but that's alright. You can go slow or fast. Alright. Yeah, so far, I got some, one of the... What do you call that? Oh, normally one would call it an armrest. I call it, a bastard juice rest. Yes, absolutely. I was going to use a hole saw and then put a brace under for cup holder edge, but the only thing these are not wide enough, and I'm not going to use any other type of wood other than the Harbor Freight special pine that I got from behind, the Harbor Freight. But anywho, this is what I've got so far, and this is the first time I've ever done this. I was going to possibly try to cut like an angle, you know, or something, so you'd have some sort of like rest, but no, I went for more of like a church pew look. And I got this weird like curvature thing. I actually did not intend on doing that. However, it kind of worked out that way just because of the weird pallet fork or forklift angle they cut into it. Of course, I had to get creative and use my Hitachi electric katana thing and smooth it off so that I could have a flat back. And then, you know, I put another Bud Light Platinum shelf on the back. You know, I'm thinking about, you know, covering up the back of it. But I don't know yet. It's still a work in progress. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I've never built a piece of furniture in my life unless it came from IKEA, you know. So, yeah, I see. It seems like I got all the seams pretty good. I had to notch a few things here and there. Like I said, I don't have my Sawzall here, nor do I have my jigsaw, so I basically used my Hitachi chop saw to notch all of this. Which, there's another notch. And of course, well, that's actually a notch. You can't see it because I cut it so tightly and hammered it together. Those green marks you're seeing are my marker lines. And of course, I don't have a Craig jig, but that's why I drill pilot holes at an angle so that when I drive my screwage in, they do well. I used 3-inch. They're not lags, but I used 3-inch screws for the actual frame work, so it should be able to hold a good 300 to 400 pounds pretty easily. Now, if 2 people together equal 500 pounds, I question their lifestyles, so that's why I'm not going to build it with lags or anything else ever with lags. Okay, I think I've had a little too much public offensive juice. Oh, okay. So, anywho, that's that. I got that armrest. See, I had to do that's like 2x4-inch or whatever the hell the pallet equivalent of garbage wood is. So I just put that in there and then cut this and attached it, and it was still wobbly. So I cut, as you can see here, this, not with a table saw. I just had to do like a double cuttage. One side, flip it around, cut it again. And I just eyeballed that cut, but it's pretty good, I think. You can only see a line like in the middle. I can't get my fingernail in there, so I'm not terrible. I did like an L bracket sort of thing, but check it out. This thing is solid. It doesn't wobble at all. I did a couple of doot on the other side, and then I come up from the bottom and to the top, and then I screwed it together. So this thing, you could hit it with a 747, and the only thing that would make it fall over would be jet fuel for some reason. But anyway, yeah, there's that. And then, you know, I'm working on this side. I'll get this eventually. It's going to be the same thing as the other side. Bada bing, bada boom. Then you'll have 2 armrestage. I'm contemplating cutting something in the middle with cup holders, because I wanted cup holders on this, but this isn't wide enough. I mean, I could cut a cup holder, but all it could hold is one of these wussy little tiny cans that hold nothing, or a beer bottle. But I don't want this bench to be used just for people like me who drink beer, you know, like, you can put like a glass of iced tea in there, or a bottle of, you know, smart water or something. Anyway, I'll get back here in a second. Let me finish it up, those final screwages, and then I'll drag it in there under the light and show you. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Alright, I think I'm, yeah, let's see, I cleaned up out here as best I could. But there it is, just built out of pallet wood, no actual modification. Kind of looks like my piano that's covered in shit. That's in 1872 or 1877, between those years. Sommer and Company upright grand piano. It's basically a grand piano turned this way, and yes, it has the honky tonk what's the other word? Ragtime sound, and it's all original. It's even got the original animal felts in it, animal skin felts. It's pretty interesting. Sounds nice. I'll do a video on that when I can actually dig the shit out of the way and sit down and play it. It'd be great. Oh yes, yeah, I actually play the piano as well. What don't I do? I'm trying to figure that out. Look at that pile of shit. There's probably a welder in there somewhere. I don't know how to weld yet, but I will learn. Anyway, here's the bench. It's not 100% finished. It's like after 9 o'clock, and I'm a nice guy. I don't want to make too much noise and disturb my parents, neighbors, and stuff. So, what I want to do with this is I was going to put a backing on it, because I still have plenty of pallet wood, cheap Florida pine that nobody's ever going to miss. So I'll just put a backing on it. And I was thinking, because I couldn't put drink holderage in the armrest, because, you know, generally nobody sits very close together anymore. Anyway, here's the bench completed. I've put screws under the armrests as well to the back, you know, for extra stability. Again, I'm thinking about putting a central unit here for like cup holders, storage, what have you. Well, thank you for watching, my offensive viewers, and remember, keep thinking forward.